this is the build details to this ground effect flying sled thing I built. So it's basically pretty much a version of RC Test Flight's ground effect vehicle, but smaller and built out of foam board. The biggest problem I've been having with this is the motor mount, which I've had a couple revisions of, but this seems to be the best angle and the best material for that. And see the floats, pretty basic construction. I added some little skimmers there, doubled up foam board for when I take it in water. This is just 2-channel, so I was stuck down here at my grandma's house with just 4 planes, that guy, the night vision air, which you can't see, the tempo, and this. But this was getting a bit boring for me. This is the FT Mini Scout. So I gutted it and built this little guy because there's a little lake that's pretty close. And I didn't want to spend any money on materials, so I just found some foam board that was laying around. And yeah, pretty much built it. And then what gave me RC Test Flight gave me the idea, but then what made me want to build one of these was my grandma found some of this stuff at the dollar store, and it's really cool. It's like water repellent. I can show you what it does. I have a patch of it on the ground here, so if I take some of the water, so weird, just goes right off and it's completely dry to the touch. So that's what I coated the whole thing in that so that I could float it on water, which is pretty cool. Oh, whoops, I have the battery plugged in on it. But if you want to build this thing, I think I made it just it's the power pack, don't quote me on this, but it's power pack, C Mini? No. But I forget what power pack it is. It's pretty much just the Punjet power pack, which is the mini single engine. I'm not sure, but so let's see, the dimensions of the piece of foam are, looks like 1 foot by 18 inches. That's the foam base. And then for these I made a little bit of dihedral right here because it was just so touchy on the roll axis and was just spinning out of control. So I added these extra wings and put these on there, and the bottom right here is flat, and that is 10 inches. Then this edge of the wing, 6 inches, and the leading edge of it is let's say 12 inches. And then where you cut it for the dihedral and give it a little bend is right there is 8 inches down the leading edge of the extra wing. Then the rudder. So for the rudder I made the top a little bit thicker than the bottom, so that there's gonna be more torque up here, and that'll basically make it roll, so it won't just be turning like this, except if you're on the ground it'll turn like that pretty good, which makes it so that so it acts almost like aileron and rudder at the same time, which is pretty cool. The dimensions of the rudder. If you build this yourself, you might want to make the rudder a little bit bigger, because there's not a whole lot of authority, but it does make it turn pretty good on the ground. This is a can't quite see that, it's so rubbed off there, but I have a 9-inch prop. If you can go a little bit smaller, like this prop, which is a 6x4 prop. Yeah, because it doesn't have very much torque with this on this teeny little race quad motor. Then I'm powering it on a 3S 450. Yeah, it would be good to get like at least 600 milliamp hours, but 450 runs for a minute, just teeny little, what are these, 6-gram servos or something? If you can get a little bit bigger than that. This is just kind of like oaky rigged a bit because I don't have my workshop and everything here at Grandma's house. But yeah, maybe later I'll keep an eye out for the flight video, which is gonna be coming soon. And hopefully I'll get it on some water with its pontoons. So yeah, this little bugger's pretty fun. The floats. What? These go almost to the end of the body. If you make this design, you might wanna, I'm not very good at fluid dynamics, so the floats probably aren't really cut out for water, but we'll see when I take it out on water. But you definitely need a little, if you made one, you could have it like curved and stuck to there. At least you want a little bump so that when it gets going faster and you're gonna take off, it rides up on this little skimmer so that there's less surface area in contact with the water, therefore less drag, and it gets enough airspeed to take off. It doesn't need much though, because it takes off pretty slow. I guess that about wraps it up. If you want to see more on this, subscribe and like, comment, share. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if one of you guys out there builds this, please send me a link of it too. I'd like to see. Actually, maybe I'll let out some plans. I didn't really design this on CAD, but I can make some plans for it if I get at least 10 likes on this video, I'll make a template of this. Cool.